Hey everybody, Creation Divine. Before we start this, I just want you to know this is going to be a timeless and a non-coincidental coincidence. This isn't a coincidence. I do not believe in coincidences, and this is going to be timeless. The reason why I say timeless is because when you're dealing with spiritual things and connecting with your higher self and guides and all that, it is from heaven technically, so it is timeless, which means when you click on this video, that does not mean that it had resonated for this day. It could resonate for the future, or it could have been for your past. It just depends, and that's what's beautiful about spirituality. I wanted to get into a couple of things before we start this video. The pink moon is going to be coming out very soon. It's coming out this Saturday on the 12th. I'm going to make sure I do a video for you for that, so you don't miss out in case you're at work and you can't find time to do it. I have the blood moon video up on my channel too as well, if you want to check that out. That is the first video before the one video that says new introduction. So that is there for you to watch. And we're gonna get into a few of my crystals, aka sweeties, tonight, and we're gonna kind of get further into that and what I do and what I'm going to do. I use my crystals as a tool. So what I do is, when I meditate, I hold my crystals in my hands and I really get deep down into meditation. Well, one day I realized, I'm meditating and I feel these urges of like different messages and different ideas and thoughts and all that. And I started writing them down, and I'm starting to realize, these messages could be for me, but it could be for other people too. So that's why I decided to start a YouTube channel to go over all those things with everybody, because I believe that my crystals help me help others spiritually. So we're going to start, and we'll start now. Okay, so we have Amazonite. It's absolutely beautiful. Amazonite is it's associated with truth, integrity, and courage. It's pretty much the stone of truth. So it's going to be for your throat chakra, which would be located where your throat is. Whoops. We've got opalite. His little eyes are wearing off. I bought him from a shop on Etsy, and I don't know like what they did, if this is paint or what it is, but it's definitely wearing off. Just opalite. Another opalite. We bought this. It showed up. It got broke, and I was not happy. So we get a refund. So just make sure that you, when you go to order them off Etsy, that they have good stars and good reviews and everything before you get it. Howlite. I have quite a few of those. It's a tiny little guy. Got a turtle named Harvey. And then willow and just so forth. They're really pretty. So we're gonna start, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about with how I go about all of this for you. Okay, I'm gonna set you right here. Hopefully you might. Oh, okay, perfect. It looks like it's gonna work just fine. Okay, let's see here. So I just want to go over with you how I get these messages and why. So when I go to meditate, so I hold my sweetie in my hand, and I close my eyes and I focus in on just breathing and just kind of clear my mind from everything else, and then I start to feel my answers just kind of overflow in my mind through my intuition, and it just kind of like lets me know like kind of what kind of message I need to put out there for people. So this sweetie here, Tafiti, is going to and okay, and so when I'm done with the meditation, as I feel and hear these things, I write them down. So hopefully tonight I can find somebody who needs this help. So whoever it is seeking something, right? You're seeking some truth, and what that means is not just by somebody telling you the truth. It's your truth, like your throat chakra. So you need to, it's almost like you're seeking a way to express your feelings and express your worth and all of that. And also as well, getting integrity as well. That's kind of like the spiritual meaning of it too. But integrity, so like you're needing to, like I said, you're needing to express yourself. You need to express your feelings and all of that, and you're needing that integrity for whatever you're needing in your life. You're needing truth, integrity, and courage. So whatever you may be going through, I'm picturing like a teenager, like going through school and like playing soccer, and like I don't know why, but I just saw that. I'm not sure what it's for or why, but that's what I'm getting. I'm just following what my intuition's telling me. So let's see. Oh, what I just wrote. Oh yeah. Okay. So I just want you to know too as well that this message is letting you know, your guides are wanting me to tell you that you're going to have a lot of good success and like good fortune and all of that coming forth to you. But you've got to make sure that you stay on the right track. Like just keep doing what you're doing with being honest with yourself. You got to be honest with yourself, and you've got to kind of keep that. You got to keep trusting in yourself and believing in yourself, and you will stay on the right path, and it's going to bring you, like I said, it's going to bring you a lot of good success and fortune, and it's going to help you have a lot more honest communication with people. When you're honest with yourself, it helps you be honest with other people as well. Like when you love yourself and you're there for yourself, it allows you to do that for others too, and it allows them to want to do it for you as well, you know. From what I'm getting from this, from my meditation, is it's saying that you've had some people in your life that have not been so honest with you, and you have trust issues and resentment with them. There's like a lot of lying going on, whether it's from their side or your side, whichever. There's just a lot going on with that, and it's causing you to have a lot of resentment, which that's where I'm assuming that it's not you, it's the other person who has really put a toll on your mental and emotional state with things like that. It's made it really hard for you to trust that person. But I see that if you are going, you might have to kind of set a boundary now. Like you might have to kind of, how would I say this? Not cut them out, but kind of like set a boundary. like a boundary to protect yourself and protect your emotional being so it doesn't continue to happen. Because if you can do that, it's going to bring you a really bright future and peace and calmness within yourself. The more you do this for yourself. So that's the message with Te Fiti for whoever this may resonate to you. So this is going to be an interesting one to explain to you, because as I was meditating with Opalite, trying to get messages through to you, trying to get messages for you, specifically, so what's going on is you're having some spiritual communication. You're starting to kind of like develop your psychic abilities, and your personal growth. So when I was doing this, and it just stood out really, really strong to me. I don't know why, but this is the only message I have for you through my opal lights today anyway, because it can change every day. But your guides are really like showing me willow trees. So you must really like willow trees. You must have like a meaning behind willow trees for you. A dog. For some reason we have a dog. A cemetery. So maybe you live by a cemetery or on a cemetery, or you just like going to cemeteries. But I'm getting like a lot of spirit type activity. Like maybe you're trying to seek help with maybe spirits. I'm not sure. But I got some names. Well, I got one name that came out. It's Seth. And then the other names are just like T sounding names, like M sounding names for some reason, and that's all I got from it. I just kind of want to go more in depth with this. This is really interesting how this kind of went about. Like the willow trees and the cemetery and the whole spirit thing and the dog, all of that is in one spot. So I'm starting to wonder and think if maybe that's just like, it could be like a message, like nothing like bad, like not like a death sign or anything, but more as like you may be drawn to those type of things. And if you're drawn to those type of things and you're curious about learning about them, then go for it. Don't let other people discourage you from things you want to learn about or that you're curious about, because if you do, you're just not going to be a happy person. Like me, for instance, doing these YouTube videos and channels, you know, at the beginning I was worried about, well, what if somebody I know like comes across these videos and thinks I'm crazy? You can't worry about that anymore. It doesn't matter. You're not living your life for them. They can suck it up. If they were meant to be in your life, they'll be in your life, and they'll love and accept you for what you do and what you believe and what your perspectives are. I've learned very quickly that it does not matter. If they're going to judge you and get mad at you for your perspectives and beliefs, then that is on them. So I'm just getting a feeling from guides here that you're wanting to pursue learning about something, but you may be afraid, or maybe it's holding you back a little bit. But I love willow trees too, so you and I can relate. I think willow trees are beautiful, and I like going to the cemeteries too. I think it's actually really fascinating going to a cemetery, learning about, well, you kind of, I think you and I can relate to the fact that when you go to a cemetery, it feels like you can still feel their, even though you don't know, you never knew them, you can feel like the emotion and the and all that from that person. You can feel their spirit, especially when you go by a kid's cemetery. That one hits hard. It does, but it's not that I'm saying it's really cool, but it's fascinating because you wonder how it all kind of worked, and then you start feeling this sympathy for parents, like, man, that had to have been hard. Or what hits even more hard is when you see parents or mothers that are buried with a child. Anyway, we're getting a little too deep into this. um so, and the dog, I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe your dog passed away, or maybe you know somebody that had a dog that passed away. I'm not sure where the dog part comes in. But dogs are really cool. Yeah, I like dogs too. With the name thing, I'm assuming these are like spirits that have been trying to reach out to you, or maybe watching over you, like Seth, and then the T sounding names and the M sounding names. I can't make out the name, but I'm getting the sounds of it. There's some certain things I can be strongly connected to, and there's some things that it's like um my guides won't let me know fully, probably because it could be like a touchy subject for somebody, or that's all they need to know type deal. It's really cool working with spiritual type things, because you never know what you're gonna get. It's all hit and miss, and it's all like it's just there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just there. And there's no right or wrong answer. There's no right or wrong way on how you use your spirituality and all of that jazz. Okay, so we're going to be moving on to Howlite. Let's see what the Howlite has a message for you. Okay, so this is an interesting reading as well, but it's really cool. At the same time, I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful, and this is with my Howlite. It's just like, it's a beautiful, like, how would I say it? It's a beautiful message for whoever's needing to hear this one. I think it's just beautiful, and this is where we might get into the Bible a little bit. So with Howlite, it kind of resembles like having and needing like awareness, and like having calm and patience, connection, and you need to have connection to higher realms and self-awareness. So whoever this is may already have that. You may already have that connection to the higher realms and your self-awareness and all that. But I also got wisdom, like within my meditation with holding them. I also got wisdom, strength, peace, heaven, angels, God, and positivity. So whoever you are, you're vibing really good, and it's really cool. And if maybe you're curious about it, about this, and it hasn't reached you yet, I'm going to tell you it's going to definitely be reaching you, and it's going to be a beautiful moment for you, because you're going to develop, once you start connecting more to your higher self with aligning your chakras and all that. You are definitely going to develop a lot of wisdom and strength and peace, and connect more like to the heavenly type things, like angelic type things. It's just a beautiful experience. Like, once you start to realize your worth as a person, especially spiritually, it opens this ability for you to like help people. And everybody has their own abilities. Like, we don't all have the same ability or the same gift, or we all each are different. And some people sadly do not ever really connect to their gift, because they have their reasons. They could have had some bad experiences. But us people who are willing to connect to our higher selves and spirituality like this, and have God in our hearts, this helps other people who may be needing comfort and peace. And so it makes me so happy that I'm doing this, like, I guess what you would call reading on you. Whoever you are a beautiful soul. Like, I never had such a good positive reading. Whatever it is, whoever you are, even if you may not be fully reached that point, you're going to get to that point. But man, they are just like loving you, like you, like they're thinking and I think that's just absolutely a beautiful message coming out for you. And I really hope that helps you. That's it with my crystals, aka sweeties, tonight. But I go further into things. I don't just do like the readings from my sweeties. I call my sweeties because, like, I don't know why, I just do. But they're crystals, but they are my sweeties. So I kind of go further into it. As you notice, if you look back through my other videos, not all of them do I go through with the Bible. The reason why is because I try to give everybody a different variety, because there's some people who are triggered, and I know this because I met quite a few people, and I know it may sound silly to those who read the Bible every day, but there are some people who actually get scared or triggered from the Bible, and it's not because they're bad people, but it's because of their past. Like they've had trauma from like family, like shoving it down their throat, and putting fear into them with it, that they're scared. Like they're not scared of God, but they're terrified of the thought of religion. And I'm not religious, I'm very spiritual, but I definitely have God in my heart. And these people who are scared of religion and committing to religion and all that, they're not bad people. That it's not that they don't want to believe in anything. It's a simple fact that they've had a lot of fear, a lot of fear literally rammed in their heads their whole life, and they want to be close, but they feel stuck. And so I do videos for just spirituality for people as well, just so they can follow their perspective and still stay close to God and still have God in their heart. But I can't help if people run into the videos that does have it. Sorry, I can't even talk. That does have the Bible in them. I mean, that's kind of where they're just gonna have to step aside and be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna let her read through this and we'll be good. So what I do is, this is called Jesus Calling. Yeah, that's what it says, by Sarah Young. It was given to me from a really sweet lady that I clean for. She is very religious. She's got a beautiful soul. I don't give out names for privacy reasons, but she's just the sweetest lady you could ever meet. And I told her, I was like, well, I believe in God, and I have him very close to my heart, and I'm very spiritual. And she just hopped right up, and she knew what to hand me. And she's like, dear, just because you don't go to church every Sunday does not make you a bad person. The most important thing is having God in your heart. And that's my message to all of you. Like, just because you don't go to church every Sunday, or don't go to church at all, that doesn't make you a bad person. God loves you, and you have him in your heart, and that's what matters. So anyway, I'm gonna get to the point here. Bookmark is not between any of the papers, okay? So this is what I do, okay? I really focus in, and I kind of get an idea of what crystal to use on top of this book. And I'm starting to get the feeling that it's going to be my howlite. Set the howlite on my book. I'm trying to find a way to make it, yeah, I'll just have to kind of tilt it this way for a minute. I set it on the book, and I kind of let it sit there for a minute and kind of like, I guess I call it communicate. Spiritually communicate through, and I take it off. And then again, there's no bookmark in the pages, okay? And I ask this: what does this person need to know, and what does this person need to hear? Now, before I say anything else, with this book, yes, it does go over the month and the days, right? But like I said, these videos are timeless, and I feel like these messages are timeless too. For instance, we're on April 18th, okay? That could be for your future, that could have been your past, so it could be a birthday, or it could be an anniversary, it could be anything that it could resonate to. So, this is all for who needs this tonight. I follow my intuition, what it's telling me to do. This is what it says. Peace is my continual gift to you. It flows abundantly from my throne of grace. Just as Israelites could not store up manna for the future but had to gather it daily, so is with my peace. The day-by-day collecting of manna kept my people aware of their dependence on me. Similarly, I give you significant peace for the present when you come to me by prayer and pension with thanksgiving. I give you permanent peace independent of my presence. You might fall into the trap of self-sufficiency. May that never be. I have designed you to need me moment by moment. As your awareness of your needless increases, so does your realization of my abundant sufficiency. I can meet every one of your needs without draining my resources at all. Approach my throne of grace with bold confidence, receiving my peace with a thankful heart. That's really good. This is the scriptures, so I will go over one of the scriptures, and then if you feel the need, you most certainly look them up. So you've got these right here. Exodus chapter 16 verses 14 through 20. Philippines chapter 4 verses 6 through 7, and then 19. I don't know what that's all about. Then Hebrews chapter 4 verses 16. I'm going to look up Hebrews. If you guys have a physical Bible, you can go ahead and look up the other ones if you want. Also, you can download the Holy Bible app on your phone and look it up too. Let's see, I'm trying to get to over. Here we go. Okay. Let's see. Set you back up here. If I can. Okay, so I'm going to be looking up Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16. I said Hebrews, yeah. Hebrews chapter 4, verse 16. Okay, I finally found it. Hebrews chapter 4, verses 16. Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need. So whoever you are, you don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask God for help. Don't be afraid to pray to him. Don't be afraid to reach out to him, because that's what he wants you to do. He wants us to do that with him. He wants us to communicate with him and be there with him and constantly rely on him. That is what God is wanting. Regardless of what it is, even if it's all day you're praying to him, he wants you to do that. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. Excuse me. So just trust in God. I've been through some really hard times of my life, and I was scared. There was days I was really scared, and I broke down one day and I started praying, and he answered my prayers. He really does. Just like right now, I've been praying like crazy to find some more cleaning jobs, because I'm a house, I clean houses, and then I do my YouTube channel on the side, and I was asking God, what am I missing here? Like, what do I need to do to earn more money? What do I need to do to help bring in money for bills? Because times are rough right now. And I'm not kidding you, I got a text from a person, and then I got a call after that person for work, and the person I was cleaning for, the neighbor, mentioned to me, hey, I need a cleaner. So God answers your prayers. You just gotta believe. You gotta believe in that God is there, and you gotta believe that you do have a higher self. You do have guides. You do have spirit guides. Those kind of things, if they're a positive, good thing, they're okay to believe in. I believe in magic. I believe in all this cute, fun stuff that people think is stupid. I believe in all that. I believe anything is possible. Any kind of anything. I believe anything is possible. One thing I'm always going to say is there's only one God that is going to be the most powerful, because he can answer our prayers, he can talk to us, and he can see us, and he can seek us. There's people they'll bring up about, like, if there's more than one God or goddesses. To be honest with you, I believe that anything is possible, but they will never overpower God. They'll never overpower. If anything, I would say that they're workers for God. People want to call them gods and goddesses. Well, that's great. Cool. Call them what you want to call them. But they're workers for God. They help him, because I'm telling you, there's nobody else that's going to be more powerful than him. You can guarantee that right now. You can bet your britches. There is no other being out there that's going to be more powerful than God. And I'm not saying that because it says it in the Bible. I'm not saying that because it says it in the Bible. I'm saying it because it makes sense. I mean, all the other little guys, little gods and goddesses people want to mention them as, they're working for God like they're making everything else. I feel like they're the ones that brings us vibes and energy and all that. I feel like they have a purpose in their life, but I feel like God is the one who, like, takes care of almost everything, and he just has them kind of fill in the places. So if you want to go into the whole God and goddess thing, I feel like it's possible. Do I feel like that's what they're really called? I don't know. But if you want to get into that, I believe anything's possible. You gotta have an open mind, guys. You can't just be like, oh, no, you can't do that, because what are you gonna do if you find out that there is? And what are we gonna do if we find there is? And that's why you gotta have an open mind. I just know deep down in my heart, I know that spirit guides are real, guardian angels are real, and God is real. And anybody else spiritually that's there helping, I believe is real. People wonder, is there fairies? Is there mermaids? I believe there's other realms out there that have magical forces and has different things like that. Yeah, I do. Does everybody see them? No. Do I see them? No, I have never seen a mermaid pop out of the ocean, but there's been news articles where other people said they have, and I believe them. I believe them because maybe they did see it. You know, just because you guys don't see it doesn't mean it's not real. Just saying. Just want to bring that up. Don't get all, that, you know, that's another thing is people get mad or offended. It's just like, you can't be mad or offended about those things, because if you do, then what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, you can't. I don't know. We're gonna get to the cup though. This cup, I have torn out like pieces of paper and written down things. If you haven't heard of them, if you ever seen like people draw out tarot cards or anything, well, these are not tarot cards. I just want to make that clear. These are like you know, little papers you draw out of the hat and like, oh look, we're going to such and such type deal. It's kind of like that. Okay, so what I do is I put my hand over the cup, I close my eyes, and I shake the cup, because your messages are what's going to be in here. I keep my eyes closed, I pick up the paper, and I set it down, and then I put that over there. Let's see what we've got. Whoever this is for is whoever it's for. You're going to know if it resonates to you. Boundary. This was the other day too. I got boundary. It seems like a lot of people right now, and I'm sure there's just over dozens and dozens of people in reality, if you want to really look at it, that needs to set up some boundaries with people. I feel as if people are getting really out of hand with being up in people's business and telling people how to run their lives. Like, it's good to give advice, guys, but when you're seeking into more and more people's personal life, and it irritates them, it's because you're kind of stepping a little too much into the nosy zone. I feel like we all should have practice of setting boundaries down with people, even though it may be hard because you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings and stuff, but there is a place and time and place for people to know things. And it's not that you're lying to them or keeping things from them, it's just some things are okay to keep personal. You don't have to tell your whole group of friends or whole group of family about something so personal that you really just don't want getting out, because I'm telling you, you gotta be careful who you tell things, because they're gonna love to just like rip you up and talk about it with everybody. You don't want that in your life. So whatever you may be going through, they could be harsh. It would be really, I advise you to really start setting down boundaries with people, and whoever it may be, because yeah, it's gonna be, people are nosy. People are way too nosy nowadays. I'll tell you that much. And if you can see, I'm tired. I only got 4 hours of sleep last night. Man, I'm tired. But I luckily was still able to do this for you all. So let's say a prayer, and then I will get out of your hair, and you guys have a great night. Okay. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this wonderful day, and thank you for bringing whoever may be watching my YouTube videos on my channel. Please give them the blessing that they need to get through life, and allow them to open their mind and heart and love to you. Allow them to be very, very safe and make really smart and wise decisions, and to be so careful with what they do in their lives so they don't ruin their beautiful soul and light. Thank you so much for all your wonderful, amazing blessings. I am so thankful for what I do have right now, and I'm sure they do too. Thank you so much, Lord. Amen. I hope that prayer helped you. If you guys have any recommendations, like any questions, like, hey, can we talk about this subject more, or this or that, feel free. I am honestly free to talk about anything as long as it's appropriate to those little potty minds out there. So yeah, so just feel free to ask me questions. Just comment below, be like, hey, can we talk about this subject this time, or whatever. Yeah, I would be more than happy to do that for you. Okay, so I'm going to be posting a link below about the pink moon that's coming out, and you can read more on its spiritual meanings and stuff, but I will be having a video up on YouTube of the pink moon. I'm going to try to film it as much as I can, because I feel like that's always so important for people to see. And then I'm going to add you, I'm going to have my Snapchat link in case anybody just needs a friend to talk to. Add me on Snapchat. Okay, guys, you have a great day, and here soon I might be getting some crystals and stuff in my Mercari. So keep your eye out, because here soon I should be able to purchase bulk crystals, and I will be selling them very, very soon, hopefully sooner than later. Okay, like and subscribe, and have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by and taking time to watch my video.